What's up guys, Papa Eagle is back in the nest and welcome back to another Stormbound video. So in my last video I just played the game and showed you guys what it's all about, but this time I'm actually going to show you guys some real strategies that you can use in order to win some online battles and just whatever battles you kind of want to deal with. So for starters, we're actually going to open a couple packs of cards and see what we get, and maybe we can actually adjust the decks I have, and then that will change what sort of strategies I'll be telling you guys. So let's go over to shop. Splendid book, and let's see what we get. So I'm hoping for some epics. So we got Fort of Ebon Rock, we've already had that. We have already had Execution, and we've already had Mischiefs. So we're gonna open one more, and then we'll see what we get out of this one. I'm really hoping for an epic, because they honestly have really... Oh my gosh, what is this? It's rare. So it's from Winter's Pact. Wisp Cloud. On play, deal 5 damage to all surrounding frozen enemy units. So it sounds like you can use this for some pretty cool AoE combos, maybe, but I'm not really sure. So then we got Brothers in Arms, which is a card I've actually wanted for a while. On play, spawn a 1 strength knight on the tile behind the unit. I've seen enemies use it. Really cool, really effective. Then we got Siege Assembly, which is rare, for the IronClad Union. At the start of your turn, deal 2 damage to the first enemy in front. Okay, so that's pretty good. Alright, so those were our packs. We got some pretty decent stuff. Now let's go to our decks, okay? So we'll actually head over to our collection, and we'll filter to IronClad, for example. So right now, what I've got these guys, Destructo Bots, Linked Golems, which are epic, Mech Workshop, which is common. I have Overchargers, which are common. Then I've got Siege Assembly, which is rare, and I have the Wind Makers, which are also rare. So now let me show you my deck really quick. This might not be a perfect deck, but I'll explain to you some of the strategies I use. So Destructo Bots, what you want to do with those guys, you want to place them first, because while they are 1 mana, they deal 2 damage to one of your friendly units. So what you want to do with those, place them first so their effect doesn't hurt any of your units. Then you want to place your other units afterwards. So that's just a tip for when you're starting the game. Then we have Potion of Growth, West Wind Sailors, Execution. Linked Golems are one of my favorite cards. So basically if you play them, here I'll just show you. So if played bordering a friendly construct, both gain 2 strength. So basically if you play them next to something like personal servers, you get 4 strength for both of those characters, and it's really good. Then Mech Workshop, just to produce those constructs so I can use my Linked Golems more often. Then I have Overchargers to soften up enemy units in front, so on play deal 1 damage to first enemy in front. That just will soften up a big attacking force if I need to. And we've also got personal servers, as I mentioned before, just to buff up our guys, do a little bit more damage, and also they count as a construct, so their typing works well with Linked Golems. Then we've also got these guys, Warfront Runners. I just keep them in the deck for some quick damage if I need to finish off their base or something like that. Then we've also got Heroic Soldiers, you guys know what that does. Then we also have, Wind Makers. Wind Makers are really good if your enemy has amassed a large army of, say, veterans of war. So like they start out with 8, and so basically what the Wind Makers will do, before attacking a stronger unit, deal 3 damage to it and push it away. So basically they'll move back that giant army of veterans of war, and they'll deal damage to it each time before they attack. So that is an amazing ability. And then we've also got Chalice Champions, just another speedy unit. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how this deck works. We're actually going to go into an online battle. Actually no, we'll go into a campaign, because the online battles have been a little bit glitchy, so I don't want anything to be wrong with this recording. So campaign, we'll fight, let's say Winter's Pact. So we'll go to Chapter 3, which I actually have not beaten yet. So we'll see how we do. Oh, on a side note, I have beaten the other campaigns, IronClad Union and Tribes of Shadowfen, just so I could see what sort of cards I would get. So sorry if you guys wanted to see that, but I just wanted to move through to see if I could get you guys some real strategy soon enough. So right now we actually don't have enough mana to place anything. So let's go ahead and switch out a card. Still didn't get anything, so we'll have to end our turn. Obviously that's not optimal, but we have to. Oh, Wisp Cloud, that's the card we just got. So, it doesn't seem like anything happened because none of our units are frozen. Alright, now we have 4 mana. I'm going to start by placing my mech workshop so I can get some of those golems out early, or constructs, sorry. And then we can use our linked golems more often and to more effectiveness. So they spawn frozen core. At the start of your turn, gain 2 mana. Alright, that's pretty good, I'm not going to lie. Okay, so our 2 constructs just went out and fought these guys, the Wisp Cloud. They obviously died, but that's alright. We're going to spawn our Warfront runners, I think, just to expand our front line and give us some more space. End our turn, and enemy is going to take the lead now. Sorry if the audio, game audio is a bit loud. I'm still trying to work out the kinks of this. Sometimes it like spikes really high, other times it's virtually nothing. So, just if you notice anything weird, that's probably why. Alright, so we're actually being hard pressed right now, which is not good. Our mech workshop was unable to spawn any constructs because they have a wisp cloud in front of it. So what we're gonna have to do here, something I don't like to do, I think we're gonna end up having to place our Destructo Bots, and they will end up killing our mech workshop, which is obviously not optimal, but we might have to do it in order to survive. So let's just go with that. They're gonna take out those guys in front. Now we have a little bit of space to move. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to switch out Windmakers, hopefully we'll get something better. Okay, Overchargers, this is what I was talking about, okay? We're gonna soften up those dudes and run straight up. So see, we actually ended up having 2 Overchargers left to maybe go up and fight the Frozen Core, although I doubt that will happen. Also, that thing seems to be doing some serious work for the enemies right here. Oh my gosh, they spawned a legendary, Lady Rhyme. On play, spend your remaining mana and gain 2 strength for each. Oh, that is insane. Look, she has 12 strength right now. How are we supposed to take that down? So, here's what we're going to do, okay? As I told you earlier, we have a couple of strategies to soften up big units. Right now, we don't have our Windmakers, but that is okay. We're going to use Execution, take that out, and we're going to spawn our West Wind Sailors. So we're going to spawn them a little bit back so they don't attack immediately, so she will have to come to us, Lady Rhyme. And hopefully, what's going to happen is that Lady Rhyme will attack, as she did, but now what they're going to do is not going to be able to place anything in front of her because she moved forward instead of us attacking her. So that's good because they can't support her. Also, they just blocked off with Fort of Ebonrock. Ooh, Midwinter Chaos. What does this do? Looks like it did nothing. Maybe it affects our troops. I'm not sure. Okay. So we have Lady Rhyme at our doorstep. We have no constructs out. What we're going to have to do is, I'm thinking Warfront runners to start. Now we're stuck. Okay, I don't want Lady Rhyme to get close enough to our base in order to wreck us. So I'm going to have to switch out our Potion of Growth. Oh, that is not what I was looking for. But what we're going to do, I don't want to use linked golems or personal servers because they're used for a combo. But I think I'll have to in order to get rid of Lady Rhyme a little bit. So we're just going to spawn them. They're going to run into her and die, obviously. Okay, so I've discovered that killing that Frozen Core is going to be essential. Oh my gosh, they've placed another one. Well, they've also trapped these guys inside, so that's okay. Alright, now here's where I'm going to bring in some strategy parts. So obviously this CPU's deck is built around gaining mana and never losing it. Okay, so as you can see, these two both give him 2 mana, and Lady Rhyme takes the mana to give it to herself. So we need to devise a strategy as to how we could manage this. Right now we're not doing too good of a job because we're kind of getting hard pressed right now. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna spawn our Windmakers, okay? And we'll see. So they do the 3 damage. They couldn't push back Lady Rhyme because she was on the edge and they were attacking sideways, but still they did the extra 3 damage at the front. So if you're attacking a stronger unit, they act similar to Joust champions. Now we can't actually do anything else right now, but we're going to swap out our Warfront runners. Hopefully we can get something that we can use. We got Destructo Bots. Now, I'm not going to use these because we are actually not in danger right now. Both of those Frozen Cores have blocked in this giant clump of guys, and are just spawning more forts. So what's going to happen if I place nothing? We're actually going to be in a giant stalemate, which obviously would suck. But that could happen. So if I was using something else like mischiefs, I could just take them out. So that's another part of strategy. Do not place too many buildings. That will end up killing you, and there's no way to stop it. The only way that you can actually kill your own buildings is by using a card called Broken Truce, which I will show you probably in my next video, where I can feature some more stuff. So what we're going to do, we're going to spawn our Joust Champions in the back. They will take out these guys. So then they'll move up in between the space, and we're just going to end our turn right there. So look at these fools. They can't do anything. They have a ton of mana, I'm not doubting that fact. But, oh my goodness, they've just completely blocked themselves in. That's amazing. Alright, so we're going to try to finish this up real fast. Oh my gosh, this is just ridiculous. Okay. So, this is the most humongous stalemate I've ever encountered. So, I'm actually just going to concede this battle. Doesn't make me lose anything, but that was just ridiculous. We're going nowhere. That's all that I've got for today's video on Stormbound. I apologize. And if you want to see more, leave a like, vote with your view, and also please leave a comment. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.